became very ill and I had a full breakdown. I became non-verbal for a number of years. But, and the doctors told Mum and Dad, look, your son is never going to be normal again. He's gone off in his own world. He'll never speak again. He's toast. He's done for. This is what you've got now. And but Dad wasn't having it. So he jumped in the fiery hole with me and decided he was going to walk me out. And he did. And so he'd walk the dog at 5 every morning, and Raphael and Archie, and then he'd wake me up, feed me, and then he'd drive me across to La Bolsa Park and walk around the lighthouse area for an hour and a half. And what Dad used to do, he'd talk to me, but he'd also crack jokes and talk to all the different people, because there were hundreds of them. He used to walk around there regularly. And they all knew who I was, and they all knew who Dad was. And that went on for years. Like, he took me there. And yeah, he brought me out again. But also, in the meantime, we found a psychologist, Stephen Height, who said, no, I can get Richard out of that place with you guys. So I'm pretty certain it started off, we were driving to Brisbane 5 days a week for months. And then eventually became 3 days a week, 2 days a week, 1 day a week, 1 day a fortnight, 1 day a month, 1 day every 3 months, you know, it went like that. But Dad would drive me down every day to Brisbane and back for these things. And the funny part of it was, we used to listen to music in the car on the way down. And if I didn't like it, the CD went straight out the window. Like, nah, I frisbee him out the window. And Dad was, he couldn't stop me, I was too quick and whatever. And eventually when I became verbal, the explanation was, you know, these guys have been sometimes given $1 million budget and that's what they come up with. Nah, forget that. And so Mum and Dad would laugh every night because they'd have to go home. Dad could see the humour in things. And so that what, you know, threw some of his faves out the window, you know, I don't know what, Roy Orbison or something. And so every night, him and Mum would go and hide all their favourite CDs in case I'd find them and decide that that was the one that we were going to have in the car tomorrow. But we eventually, and he'd actually crack jokes every night with it. Listen, put that Elvis one away. Unless you want it frisbeed out the window, you look, hide it or you lose it. It's that simple with Richard around, you know. But that's what a legend he was. And then, but we finally seemed to settle on 2 CDs that lasted for years in the car, and that was Foreigner's Greatest Hits and The Car's Greatest Hits. Unfortunately, we both loved the songs. We both thought they were awesome. And, you know, those 2 CDs would alternately be put in the car for the trip down and back or whatever. And we just love them. And so, yeah, Dad, he did one hell of a lot for me.